All right, let's get started. Today, my best friend and I ended up in some strange place. We are literally on one block, and there is only emptiness around. And in the distance, you can see some small islands with chests, and we don't even know what to do. After all, we don't have any materials at all, and we can't even understand how we can get out of here. The only thing we have with us is a lot of blocks of land, and I think that this will help us survive here. I can't even understand how we got here. After all, it seems like you and I were just walking through our forest and enjoying life. What do we need to do now? Somehow get out of here. And if it doesn't work out, then we need to survive here. And that's why I suggest now building a path to the very first pike perch and see what will be in it. If there are some useful materials that will help us survive, then it will be just wonderful, because then we will be able to expand our territory.
Excellent. There were sprouts for trees in this chest, as well as a lot of bone meal. And what I can understand from this is that you and I will now be able to grow a lot of trees, and very quickly, and then grow more trees. This means that you and I will have a lot of tree supplies, and we will be able to make boards from them to build a house. We can also take special sticks from which, and then we will be able to take tools for ourselves. And this is excellent. We will now have a sword, a pickaxe, and hose. Absolutely everything. This is already quite good, considering that before this, we had nothing at all except land, which is exactly what we need to do now. We need to turn a lot of trees and then collect them so that later we can take boards, tools, and everything we need. And then I think that we will definitely need to make a house in which we can live and spend the night, because sooner or later, the night will come, and we will need to take shelter somewhere. This is very good that everything is going so well for us, because it will be more difficult later. We will see what else we will need to do. It seems that you and I have already collected a lot of wood, so now I think we can make all the necessary tools, such as an axe, pickaxe, hoe, and everything else. And then I think we can just apply to what we need to start building our house.
I agree with you. This is a good idea, but it seems that you and I have spent all the boards on special tools that we need to survive. And we also made swords to be sure that we are safe. Therefore, now we need to plant trees to make even more boards from which we can then begin to build a house. But for now, we need to do exactly that to increase the number of boards with which we can make our house. So far, everything is going well for us, but all the wooden tools are still weak. Therefore, we will need to think about how we will move forward and how to survive here, because we still have no food. And to be honest, I am already hungry. Therefore, we will need to think about this. But it seems to me that the most important task for us is to get out of this place. But for now, I don't even have an idea. How can we get out of here? Therefore, for now, we will survive while we can do this. And then I think that we will clearly come up with some kind of cool plan and get out of here to our favorite village.
Well, now we can start building our house in which you and I will spend the night. I think that for now, we will not make it very big. The main thing is that you and I can just fit in there. Then we think we will somehow come up with and make beds, and then we will make all sorts of improvements. Well, now for starters, let's make a small house so as not to waste a lot of boards. It seems that I am doing great, and this house will be the one in which we will live and have fun. How good it is that you and I are here together. After all, you and I are great friends and just a wonderful team, and I am sure that you and I will be able to survive here, take a very cool infrastructure, and then have fun. It is good that you are my best friend, and that everything is so cool with us now.
Well, what do I think for now that we have everything? Let's now build a new small bridge to that chest and see what will be there. I think there will also be some useful materials that can improve the quality of our lives. And maybe we can find something really worthwhile that will help us survive very well. Well, even despite the fact that we have almost nothing now, we are already doing very well. Surviving. It's just incredible because in this chest there was a bucket of water and a bucket of lava. And this means that you and I will be able to make a cobblestone generator. And this is just incredible because now we will be able to make ourselves completely stone tools and also make a stone roof. And in general, everything we want. And this is very cool because now we will have an endless source of stone. The main thing is to do everything correctly and not to disgrace ourselves anywhere, and then everything will be just perfect. How good it is that you and I have found some more useful things that will help us improve our survival. This is just wonderful. What am I now going to start creating this cool generator? And you will also help me. I am sure that you and I will succeed. After all, you and I are the coolest survivalists in our village. So now we will do everything just perfectly.
While you are here, building this cool cobblestone generator, I will go and finish building our house because we already have a lot of boards with which we can make our house. It is just wonderful. Now I will collect some wood and then finish building our house because I have already built almost all the walls and I only have to make them a little higher and then make a roof so that when it starts to rain, it does not drip on us and we can survive here in peace. I think that this is just a great idea, and I'm glad that we can do all this together, how great it is for us to survive. Maybe we have expanded quite a lot, made ourselves cool tools, we can grow trees in peace, and now we will have a cobblestone generator, cool. And the most important thing is that now I will finish building our house in which you and I can live, in peace and not worry about any dangers. The main thing is not to forget to put windows and doors here, because suddenly monsters can appear at night so that they come into our house and do not kill us. I think that this is just great. And now we can survive in peace.
You can already come to me and see how cool I built a cobblestone generator. It works just perfectly, and I can do everything on the first try. So now, you and I have an endless supply of cobblestones. You can dig up right now if you want, I trust you. Everything works just perfectly because I have already built these generators so many times.
What is this really very cool? And I'm glad that we have such a cool device. Well, I think while you are there working on the generator and also mining cobblestones, I will probably now slightly increase the territory on which we can walk together. We also need to remember about safety so that you and I do not accidentally fall into this abyss, because in fact it is very dangerous. If we fall there, we will never return there. So I think that we will slightly expand the territory. And also now I want to do some gardening, because you and I have not eaten anything for a very long time. And to be honest, I am already very hungry, because you and I only work but do not even see food. Therefore, I think that it is a very good idea now to start creating a garden in which you and I will grow different crops and then cook some food. We can even make bread. This is just wonderful. I think that you and I can live here for a long time now. I will do. It is just a very cool garden, because I learned the skill from the best residents in our village who had to make the coolest gardens. And therefore today, I will also get the most cool garden. And I'm glad that I'm such a cool professional of these peoples. After all, they turned out great. How cool that you can do in the end. A cobblestone generator. And I can make a cool garden in which we will grow a lot of food, so that later we can eat our fill and feel good. This is just wonderful. After all, when you and I can go out, well, there we will already be able to survive here. Absolutely calmly. And this is very good for you and me. After all, this is the meaning of this survival, so that we have food and water, and that we can defend ourselves from the monster. And then we will improve our place and have fun. How cool it is that you and I are such professionals, and that everything works out so well for us. I just can't believe it. Because you and I are better than each other. The most ideal in the world. We are in this survival, as if I don't need anything now. It's so good that I've already crafted myself a really cool hoe, and now I'll make a special digging so that later I can grow some plants there. This is wonderful. Now you and I need to collect some seeds somewhere to grow them.
I completely agree with you, but since you and I have a lot of bone meal, we can very quickly grow ordinary grass that is under us so that different flowers appear there, and then we will break everyone very quickly, and sooner or later, some seeds will fall out from there, from which we can grow something, for example, wheat, from which we can then make bread. I think that this is the only option that we can do with you in this survival at the moment. So now we need to be patient with you. because we will need to do this for a very long time so that we can really collect a lot of useful seeds here, from which we will then grow something. But to be honest, you and I are doing great, and it will be possible to carry and grow some seeds sooner or later. You and I do not collect so much. We remove it that you and I will have enough for a very long time ahead. I see that you have collected some of it and will now plant it, and this is just great because now you and I will break all these plants even more and will then receive seeds. I think that you don't need ordinary flowers so you can throw them away so that they take our place. But the seeds that will fall here are very necessary for us. Now they are very valuable because there are very few of them. And how well it turns out with you. I am so glad that you are my best friend, that we work so well together as one team. It is simply incredible. You and I are already surviving very well. And you know what scares me so far? We have not met a single monster with you. And this is honestly already very scary because maybe sooner or later they will appear. There will be a lot of them for now, it does not matter. We need to work very well now and not stop. So now we will go to the seminars that are left, and we will be able to do some other things. While our plants are growing, it is simply wonderful that everything is going so well with you and me.
How cool that you and I have already built such a cool cobblestone generator. You and I have a cool farm where seeds are now growing, from which we will then make some delicious food. So I think that we already have enough materials now, and we can make a small bridge to a new chest again, and see what will be there. And I hope there will be something very useful there that can improve our survival. And if it really will be very cool, then I will be very happy about it because now you and I will spend a lot of resources that we have accumulated lately. And especially cobblestone, although we have an infinite amount today. But still, it takes a lot of time to collect it because you and I only have one cobblestone generator so far.
It's just incredible. But in this chest, there were special eggs for spawning sheep and other animals. And it's just wonderful. And now, you and I will be able to make a special enclosure in which there will be a lot of animals from which we can get different resources. It's just wonderful because now you and I will be able to eat deliciously. And also from sheep, you and I will be able to get a lot of wool, thanks to which we will be able to build beds on, which you and I will finally be able to sleep, and it will be very comfortable to sleep on them. It's just wonderful because now you and I have both wool and sticks. It will be just great beds. How cool that you and I found exactly what we need in this chest. Now we need to work on making sure that you and I build really comfortable, cool manners so that the animals will be comfortable there. And so far, you and I are doing great at it. We decided our territory and also built a fence so that they never run out and fall outside of this world. I think it's just wonderful how good that she and you are still working out perfectly. It seems that you and I are really, really cool professionals in animals. We will be happy too. I just can't believe that you and I got into such circumstances. And even in such circumstances, we could start to survive. So cool. It's all because you and I are best friends and a great team. Honestly, I already like living here. There is such silence, there are no annoying residents, no one bothers, and it's just great. At this rate, you and I will be able to build a whole village in the middle of nowhere where only you and I will live, and we will have our own rules and we will do whatever we want. I think it's really cool.
And you are really great. And everything turned out very cool for us. But now, I think we need to go to that small island where I see different ores. It is cool because there is iron and coal and many other things. But before we go on such a journey, we need to eat some food. So now, I will take bone meal and some of the names that we have accumulated, and I will speed up the growing in my very cool garden. I made some food for us. We will eat some food, and then we will go dig up different ores. I think that this is a wise decision, because without strength, we have nothing to do there, and we will get tired very quickly, and will not be able to get enough water. But when we have enough strength and we also drink water, then we will be able to go there to really collect a lot of resources. I think this is a great idea. And so far, everything is going great with you. And I am now doing very well, looking after the garden and growing these seeds. They grow very quickly thanks to me bone meal. And thanks to the fact that I will make such a cool garden, and then I will make some food from them, which we will eat, very tasty, and then we will go further to different islands. How cool is it that we are still friends and have such a great time? I am really very happy about this, and I am not ready to give up. If we have to live here, then I am ready to laugh about it, because I am already starting to really like it here. Excellent! I have collected enough semian. And now I can make very tasty bread, and it is really wonderful. What now? We have food that we can unfasten. And now I will go to Mikey to treat him with food that I will make, so that he also has strength, because he also works very hard and he deserves to rest, Mikey. Here, take the bread that I made, and you give me a lot of cobblestone, and it is just wonderful. And now I can craft all the stone tools, thanks to which we can quickly get all the resources. And it is wonderful.
This is really cool because now you and I will be able to easily mine all the materials that are on this island. By the way, as you noticed while you were there doing your business, I have already made a bridge to this island. And now all that remains for us is to collect all the ores that will be here, thanks to our cool tools, and then we will be able to smelt them here, because I put them in the furnace here. This is just great. And then we will be able to mine the rest of the resources with really cool tools. I think that it is really very cool that you and I are doing so well, and we are just incredible professionals. And I am glad that everything is so good for us because the place was better. Friends, and we always do everything just perfectly.
It's cool that you and I have now dug up so many resources and we can smelt them all, by the way. Here's some more food so that you have something to eat. After all, I'm going to go about my business now, and I know that I've changed my mind, it seems. Now is the time, since you and I were able to make scissors to collect wool from our sheep and then make all the beds. Because soon it will be evening, and we need to figure out where we will sleep. And that's exactly what I'll do now. I'll do it now, thanks to my cool scissors. I can collect a lot of wool from all these sheep, and then we can make 2 beds on which we will sleep with you. Now we need to go to the workbench to make us beds on which we will sleep with you. And also, I think a rug for bedding under our feet so that it is not cold and very pleasant.
Excellent! You and I have a carpet and beds, and now we can go to our house as quickly as possible to lay the carpet there and put the beds on which we will sleep because it is already evening and it will soon be night. And to be honest, I am so tired after everything that we have done today that I think that we really need a very good rest so that we can lie down, get enough sleep, and tomorrow we can get back to work because you and I still have so many things to do that we must do, so we must gather all our strength to make everything just perfect. And now we can finally lie down in our bed and rest after such a hard day, and I'm glad about that.
I hear some strange sounds, so I woke up now at night, and no zombies appeared here, who surrounded our house. We need to make a door quickly to put it up so that they can't enter our house. It's just awful, even now, to fight them, to kill them, and his terrible zombies you get. You won't be able to destroy us because we have been surviving here for so long. And we have a cool weapon, that is, with which we can kill you very easily. How cool it is for us to destroy these stupid zombies. Because you and I are cool professionals. We kill them very easily. And they have no chance at all for victory. We defeated them.
Yoo-hoo! We really defeated those stupid monsters! It was a really cool battle. And I'm glad that you and I managed to kill them, and we're okay now. Well, you know, I just had a great idea. Let's now collect the coal that we have left in our cool stoves, and then we'll make a lot of torches. And then we'll imagine these torches absolutely all over the area, where we have a platform on which these monsters can appear. And then because there's a mess everywhere here, they won't appear on our territory, and we'll be able to sleep peacefully and not worry about monsters attacking. I think this is just a great idea. I need to do it with you as quickly as possible. We'll put a lot of torches everywhere. It's good that you and I dug up so much coal yesterday, thanks to which we can make these torches. I think you and I are great, and we're just professionals in this survival. We seem to have outplayed everyone. I'm glad that you and I were able to react in time to destroy these monsters, so now we can calmly go to bed again. After all, it seems like we've already supplied enough torches everywhere, and we can have a good rest. How good it is that we have this house in which we can now sleep and rest on our beautiful beds.
How well I slept now. I think we can offer to do some interesting things that we will come up with now because we already have so much, and we can live here peacefully because we are really cool. But no, look, creepers have appeared here, although we put torches everywhere. Oh no, we need to kill them as quickly as possible. And it seems we will not have time to kill them now. There will be an explosion.
Oh no, I think that you and I are going to die now. And it turns out that it was all just a dream. How good it is that in reality, you and I are alive and we're not on this island. Now let's go for a walk.